Hello everybody, thank you so much for watching this video. Today I'm going to go through all the Tsum Tsums that we have in our household. I live here with my girlfriend, so most of them are my girlfriend showing the Tsum Tsums, but a few of them are mine as well. And I thought because we've got quite a large selection of them, that I'd go through them and maybe explain why we've got them, basically, because there's some stories behind them and some of them are just cute, which is why we've got them. So yeah, here we go. So the first thing I just wanted to show, it's not actually a Tsum Tsum, typical. First thing, it's not even a Tsum Tsum. It's a TY. Now, I don't know how you pronounce it. So whether, is it TY or is it Thai? I'm not sure. I was going to say TY. These were given to me and Shona for Christmas presents last year. There's two. There's Mickey and Minnie. And these are TY balls. A beanie balls with a Z at the end. And they are very cute. It gives you the impression that they're very cute. The ears are cute. There's little tags. So for anyone who had Beanie Babies when they were younger, you remember each one had its own name and had a bit of a story behind it. Obviously, we know it's Mickey and Minnie, but in the tag it says, "Mickey, roll me, throw me, catch me. I always land on my feet." And it's the same for Minnie as well. So these are really cute. They are actually really fun to throw. They're actually quite sturdy. And obviously they've got bean things in them because they're like beanie babies. So yeah, and let's do a test. Do a test actually. Let's see if Mickey lands on his feet. Let's see if Minnie lands on her feet. It works. It works. It's not false advertising. They always land on their feet. Right, so now I've shown you those, I will now show you I've got a large selection of Tsum Tsums below me here. I'm going to make my way through each one. So I think I'm going to start with Shona's pile of Tsum Tsums, then we'll get into mine. If you've watched my videos before, you'll know usually my Tsum Tsums sit here in this little alcove. But I've pushed them all over here so I can go through them one by one. So let's start with Ham, of course. From Toy Story, big fan of Toy Story in this house. I'd probably say Toy Story 2 is one of my favourite Disney films of all time. Woody and Buzz Lightyear, two of my favourite Disney characters of all time. But Ham is very cute, obviously a cute little pig face, and he's even got the coin slot at the top as well, which is a nice little detail there. So yeah, had him for quite a while now. Actually, this is another debate that me and my girlfriend have quite regularly. I like to keep the tags on my Tsum Tsums. I don't like taking them off because I feel in my head it sort of devalues them a little bit, because if you get Tsum Tsums, you'll know that the tag explains who they are. It's got the Disney logo on. It just looks really nice. Shona takes them off, and as you can tell, there's no label on this one, but I keep the tag on. I'd be interested to know what you think about that, whether you take the tags off or keep them on. Yeah, be interested to know your thoughts on that. But yeah, that's the first one. That is a Ham. And of course, another negative of not having the tags on is that if I have no idea who it is, I'm screwed basically, because I just won't have no way of knowing. Anyway, next one we've got, this is still part of Shona's collection. We have Cinderella, a firm favourite. I'll say this is probably one of the most popular Tsum Tsums out there. Been around since the very beginning, I believe, or one of the very first ones. It's got a bit of rosy cheeks there as well, so these little red marks on there. Hair, dress, yeah. So that's Cinderella. Not much to say about that one, really. A firm favourite. Next up, this is one of my favourite ones of showing this collection, is Rapunzel off of Tangled. Really cool. She's got long hair, or as long as they could do it, for a Tsum Tsum, and even the flowers in her hair as well. The only negative, I guess, is that her feet aren't bare, because she normally has bare feet as they're coloured there. But apart from that, really cool. So yeah, Rapunzel. And continuing the princess theme, we have Ariel off of the Little Mermaid. This is we've had this one for quite a while, I believe. I think initially this one was really hard to find, because when Tsum Tsums came out initially, could not find this anywhere. But over the past year, maybe a couple of years now, it seems to be a lot more common. You see it in most shops, most Clintons. Little Mermaid is one of Shona's favourite films. I like Little Mermaid. It's not one of my favourites, but yes, good film there. Of course, the ride at DisneyWorld is really cool for Little Mermaid. And once again, it's got the rosy cheeks. And a nice little fin at the back as well. So yeah, that's Little Mermaid. Now, Shona is a big fan of Peter Pan, so she had to get the Nana Tsum Tsum, which is absolutely adorable. The little hat and the little bow tie underneath. Look at that. So cute. Even if you're not a big fan of Peter Pan, you can appreciate that Nana is very, very cute. And for this one, for some reason, Shona's kept the tag on, so I can actually show you why I like to keep the tag. It's got the Disney logo and the Tsum Tsum logo as well, which looks really cool. And then at the back, it tells you the name of the Tsum Tsum, Nana. There you go, which is really handy if you have no idea what one it is. But yeah, really cute, really nice one. That's Nana. Another, I don't know if there's common Tsum Tsums, but I'll say this is probably one of the most popular again. Princess one again. We've got Snow White. This one we've had for a very, very long time. It's a bit dusty actually. Should probably give our Tsum Tsums a bit of a dust, you know. Got the red bow at the top, and obviously the trademark Snow White dress of blue and yellow. You can probably tell whilst I'm doing this video, I'm trying to strategically stack the Tsum Tsums, but we'll see how far we get with that. Next up, continuing the Peter Pan theme, obviously showing a big fan of Peter Pan, we've got Tinkerbell, little wings at the back, the hair and the green dress. That's really nice. She hasn't got a mouth though, which is a bit weird, but actually saying that, none of them have mouths. Didn't even notice that, but it seems more obvious on Tinkerbell's one for some reason. And we are big fans of Monsters Inc. and Shona is as well. So we've got the Boo Tsum Tsum, which is very, very cute. The little girl from Monsters Inc. with a little ear, the hair, and the pink dress as well. And we've also got the Mike Wazowski Tsum Tsum, which is amazing. This is probably the most easiest Tsum Tsum to make. You've just got the one eye and it's green. And that's literally all it is, and the horns at the top as well. Really love that one. And we've also got the full set. We've got Sully as well, which is my favourite Monsters Inc. one. I love his little horns here, and I guess it's more horns on his back here, and his eyebrows are really cool as well. He's like giving a "what you talking about" sort of look. My stacking. I'm going to be a bit more careful now of my stacking because one false move, it's all going to collapse on me. Next up, we have got Chip, which I bought for Shona last year. Obviously, Beauty and the Beast, the live action one came out this year, so Beauty and the Beast is the popularity of Beauty and the Beast has gone up once again. Seems like a little chip in the corner there, and a cute little smirk on his face as well. Nice little detail there. Now this one's really nice, but the one for Mrs. Potts, me and Shona aren't so keen on. She's got a big spout, obviously, for her nose, where she pours tea, obviously. But it looks a bit strange on a Tsum Tsum. It makes it look like an elephant a little bit. So we've never actually bought that one. So we've just stuck with Chip. And we're happy with that because he's very cute. So much debate on this. We've got the Mufasa Tsum Tsum, which is really cool. Love the mane. And the face and the tail at the back as well. We are big fans of Lion King, as most people are, so yeah, this is a fantastic one. I think when we first bought it, we were a bit unsure as to whether this is supposed to be Mufasa or Simba, an older Simba, but they've got the Road and Simba one, which is pretty much the same, except there's no mane on Simba. But yeah, really cute little ears there as well. And a bit of fluff just fell off as I was stroking him, so yeah. Seems like he's quite fragile, so we'll put him down. That stacking is quite impressive so far, wouldn't you say? I think I've got space for like 3 more, and we've got about 5 more, so I don't know where I'm going to put the last 2, but we'll have to find somewhere. Next up, we've got Sebastian from The Little Mermaid once again, with his very happy little face. Doesn't really look much like Sebastian, to be honest with you. The only giveaway is his little claws to show that he is a crab. Or is Sebastian a crab or a lobster? I'm going to have to research this. After very brief research, he is a crab. So there you go. I should have known that, and I don't know why. I doubt myself. He's a bit too big to be a crab. I thought maybe he might be a lobster, but gotta love his little happy face, his little claws, and his little feet at the bottom. Even though it doesn't look anything like Sebastian, but hey, that's just me. Maybe you disagree. Let's pop in here. Epic stacking, people, epic stacking. Next up, we have Lucky from 101 Dalmatians. Why do you know, and how do we know it's Lucky? Firstly, he's got the black ears, and secondly, he's got the shoehorn spots on his back as well. Really cool attention to detail there. This is a really cute one. I got this for Shona as a stocking filler a couple of years ago, actually. It must be 2 years ago now. I just thought he was really cute. I've not seen 101 Dalmatians in so long. That's definitely a film I need to watch again. He's going towards the top. It's getting a bit. It's a bit like Jenga, isn't it? It's getting a bit wobbly now. I'm getting a bit worried. Right, so I've got 3 more of Shona's collection. Then we're going to quickly go on to mine. Right, now we've got Doc off of Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. This is actually the only Seven Dwarfs one we've got apart from Snow White. He's got his spectacles and a big fluffy beard as well, which is actually very, very soft. So this is a very cool little one. This has been with us for a long time as well. Old favourite. I like his little button nose as well. So very cute. I don't want to put him at the top. I've got another one I want to put at the top. So I'm going to place him... let's make him like a guard at the front, shall we? There we go. And penultimate Tsum Tsum. We've got Rafiki off of The Lion King. Really, once again, just an absolutely adorable Tsum Tsum, people. Look at his little mane and his hair and his beard. So cool. And he's got the little wiry tail at the back as well. So, yeah, we've got him and Simba from The Lion King. And he's going to give another guard there. And, of course, who goes up the top? One of the main people from the world of Disney. It's got to be Minnie Mouse. You've got to have either Minnie or Mickey in your collection. There's so many different variations of Minnie now. There's a Winky one, I think, and probably ones in different outfits. But this is the original one with the bow at the top, the ears, and the eyelashes, and the trademark red dress as well. And because she's one of the main ones, she's going at the top. And that's how you make a Tsum Tsum stack. How to. Right then, so let's move on to my Tsum Tsum. So I'm going to have to do a new stack now somewhere here. Let's move my keyboard out of the way, then we can do it. So I've not got as many as Shona. You'll probably be unsurprised to hear. But the ones I've got are all relevant to me. They're ones that from films I love. Let's start with Maximus from Tangled, one of my favourite Disney films of recent years. I remember when I first watched Tangled, probably about 5-6 years ago now, really did not think much of it at all. It took a second watch for me to really appreciate it. I watched it about 5 years later, or actually 3 or 4 years later, and actually fell in love with it, and I realised how great it was. And we've watched it a couple of times since. And we always try and convince our friends to watch it if they've never seen it before, because it's just such a great film, Tangled. Great message in it, great songs. And Maximus, absolutely hilarious in that film as well. Him and his feud with Flynn Rider. It's really cool, and it's a really cool Tsum Tsum as well, with the tail and the mane and the seat on the back as well. So let's start a new stack here, and you can see you'll start to see a trend of the labels on my Tsum Tsums as well. Okay, next up we have got Bogo from Zootopia, which is another one of my favourite Disney films from recent years. Actually, probably would rank it just above Tangled, to be honest with you. Great message in that film, just beautifully animated again. It's a great story, and obviously, if people have seen it, you'll know that Bogo is voiced by the fantastic Idris Elba, and Funny, the chief lieutenant or head of the police, who initially seems like doesn't care about anything and doesn't care that Judy Hopps wants to do all these changes, but then realise that he's epic and he's got cool horns and he's got a cool tail. So what's not to like about this Tsum Tsum, eh? So he's going next to Maximus. Next up, we've got Nick Wilde, another character off of Zootopia or Zootropolis from wherever you're watching from. It could be one of those two names. Same reason as before. It's a great film. I like the tie at the bottom, which is cool. His cool ears and his tail. And he's just a fantastic character. So yeah, he's awesome. I've also got... two characters from two of my favourite Disney film, one of my favourite Disney films, sorry, Pixar film, WALL-E. We've got Eve and we've got WALL-E himself. Love the detail on WALL-E, obviously the eyes and the wheels on the side, and even the cockroach, his only friend at the beginning of the film, is on there as well, which is actually really a nice little detail there on his wheel. So really love that one. And we've got Eve as well. The only real bit of detail we have on Eve, apart from her awesome eyes, is the light here, which is the light that is flashing when she's all seized up and she grabs that plant, and you find out what her purpose is for being on the world with WALL-E. So nice detail there. It's just a really cute one as well. I got these actually from Disney World, Florida. Got them down the Main Street USA shop near where the Magician Mickey meet and greet is, in the shop there. I hadn't seen them in any of the other shops in Disney, and they weren't available in the UK. So now you can get these in all the Clintons around the UK, but back when I got it in April, weren't available. So glad I purchased those when I could. And of course, we've got one of the top one big five. We've got Goofy, one of my favourite Disney characters. with his little hat, his standard orange waistcoat and blue pants as well. And got cool little hair, cool little ears. It's fantastic. So they are my Tsum Tsums. And oh, how could I forget? I've got Star-Lord as well, from Guardians of the Galaxy. Got him for 75p actually. He was on offer, so that's a great little purchase. And I like the helmet, the hair, and the jacket as well. So that was really cool. But the piece de resistance, people, the top, the best, the number one Tsum Tsum in my collection is hiding from me. Is of course my giant Judy Hopps. So I've got pretty much all the main characters from Zootopia here. I absolutely love this Tsum Tsum. One of my favourites. It's so adorable. I love the ears as well, the floppy ears. And it's just so soft. As soon as I saw it, it took me a while to find this actually. They see back when the film first came out, obviously these were really popular, the Judy Hopps, Nick Wilde ones. So I kept finding the giant or the medium-sized Nick Wilde ones, could not find Judy Hopps. And as soon as I found one I had to buy, I had it for about a year now. And she nestles and rests in the corner here on my desk, so she is always with me. I may be a bit weird, but I absolutely love this Tsum Tsum. So soft, so cute. Right, so that is my full Tsum Tsum collection. Actually, seeing them all stacked here doesn't look like that many, but when they're stacked in the various areas around the house, it looks like a lot more. But I'd love to know what your Tsum Tsum collection looks like, whether you have got the same one as me, or whether you've got your own ones, or what your reasons are, whether you keep the tags on or take the tags off. I'd love to know your thoughts behind that as well, and whether you think, or whether you agree Judy is just the cutest darn thing ever. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So, that's the video. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. Don't forget to comment your thoughts on my Tsum Tsum collection. I'd love to see your collection as well. Don't forget to like on Instagram, Road to Disney. Until next time, have a great day, evening, afternoon. Goodbye.